The Purge election year is like having someone slowly and patronizingly explain to you that if you put your hand in fire, you will get burned. You know this through experience, by looking at it, by logic. It's obvious. I use this analogy because in the opening act of election year, an assassination attempt is made on the senator who intends to stop the Purge for good. There's a moment where the mercenaries hired to carry out the assassination find that the senator has escaped. The head of the team removes his balaclava to reveal a shaved head, decorated with particular tattoos and boasting the Confederate flag on his uniform. Because he's the villain, you see? Just so we're clear. You see, there were some concerns that a character hired to perform an assassination that would ensure a continuation of the Purge wouldn't be seen as evil. So as a failsafe, adorn him with visual loathing and remember to include a white power patch on the rear of his uniform too. Because they're evil, you understand? Just in case you weren't sure. They're evil. And this insulting degree of patronizing is present throughout the entire film, ensuring that its idealistic message shines through above all else. There is no grey area here, no questioning of morality, of what's right and wrong in a time of survival, aside from a brief moment during the climax. I should mention that the head of security, Leo, is a demonstration that there is some idea of morality buried somewhere in here. There's a small scene in which he explains his decision to take this job, to protect the senator. He lost his son during a previous purge, which caused him to almost take several lives as a result. He wants the purge gone. And this small moment shows more nuance than anything else in the film. The tragedy for him having lost his son causes a response that nearly claimed the lives of those who took his sons. Leo himself is not immune to the consumption of anger, the potential to kill. So the destruction of the Purge is not just because his son was lost, but also because Leo is flawed and human and could easily fall down that treacherous slope. And this one small moment shows more understanding of the Purge as a concept than anything else in election year. The rest of the film is obnoxious and ugly, and for the record, I'm not using ugly figuratively in relation to the violence. That's par for the course, and no doubt the reason this series has an audience. No, the film looks ugly. Bad lighting, rapid cuts, constant flashing, and poor use of slow motion that makes scenes which should be dramatic and intense look unintentionally comical. There's a certain cheapness with how some scenes look, which makes several moments of election year look like a bad music video. So really, what else is there? I mean, if nothing else, the Purge as a straightforward concept allows for, at the very least, an excuse to show off some graphic scenes of murder for some violent catharsis. But election year lacks even that. The death scenes are so lackluster that they don't even add any shock value. I should point out that I've glossed over the fact that election year also makes an attempt at making a political statement. But like our tattooed villain, it's so overt, so direct, so totally condescending and idealistic that it's not worth getting into. Which sums up the Purge election year rather nicely, actually. You could morally agree with everything in election year and still not care about anything that it has to say.